ik ben Eva. En Theo gaat me verlossen van mijn quarantaine-kapsel. En ja, Theo die heeft een beetje zijn eigen idee. Een variatie op wat ik normaal krijg. Dus ik ben benieuwd.
Okay. Eva is here to model for me. I have some new techniques I'm going to use on her. Normally she has long hair, so it stays long because she's a very tall woman. She will turn so you see how her hair is now, and this is from before Corona time. So make something beautiful of it. Mag je een rondje daar zetten? Nou, super mooi rondje. Hello friends in YouTube. Gonna do Eva's hair. I'll start with pinning up the hairs. I know already what kind of hair she has because she modeled before, but it's a long time ago. It was even in my old studio. Gonna make her a lovely new color. All the coppers and reds are beautiful on her, and they always travel back to this kind of color, so it's not a problem. Using a new cape on her.
Ja.
Gonna work with the hot razor of Ergo. Make it more playable and more sunny feeling. Free the hairs, wet them, and then I can start on the cut. When you work with the TCC1 care cut with the hot razor, the hair has to be a bit moist or wet. It's the only way to give the heat into the hairs and to seal the ends. Gonna make some more layers in her hair. I'm gonna get rid of a part of her hair in the back because it's very long on the back and it's dry because it's a long time ago. Starting on the back with cutting. Een lekker rustig plaatsen dit, hè?
Ja.
Okay, starting on the back. Watch if you can see it. Now the hairs are dry till between our shoulders, so I take that part off. That is a bit old hair, but makes it also more playable afterwards. Go to the sides. Watch how a skull falls and onto the lines of a skull. And set the sides in the line of that. So I watch at that line, take the hairs to that side. So give it a little bit of rounding. Go over the same line and control the line. Mark myself a new line. And then I'll turn it so you can see from the back how it looks. Now just above the ear. Wetting in between. Then I'll turn a bit more. First, take the center line, watch at the line that's laying beneath it. And I don't want to make a hard line, so I just take the tip of my knife and connect the line to that line. Then I go to the side again, watch at the previous cut line. Then I take to the front, watch at the skull. Adjust the thickness of the hairs. Do the same on the other side. Go stand on the other side so you can see what I do. Take the hairs to the front. Lay them in a natural fall. Watch at the skull lines and go in. a new line on it. Now about 2.5 centimeters from the top of the skull. Wetting in between. Now start on the sides. Take the hairs to the front. Go in with my knife. Take about side parts of about 2.5 centimeters in the line of cutting. So I take the tip of my knife. The beautiful thing about this knife is that it doesn't damage the hair at all. Eva told me in the front that she never would like to have it cut with a normal scissor again, so. And that's with most girls and women who love this TCC1 Kerko or the hot razor of Ergo. They love really the hot tools. Again, just with the tip, connecting on the line of cutting. And by using the natural lines, you always can see how beautiful it falls in the lines of the natural shapes all over her, also on the shoulders. Go to the other side, then take the hairs over the natural rounding. Watch at the line, go in with the tip of my knife, connect both lines to each other. And the hot razor is available by Ergo. Wetting in between. Part hairs from the top of the skull till behind the ears. The rest I lay aside. Take the hairs up in the natural line again. Watch at the natural lines. Gently go down. And connecting the lines to each other. In the top lines, take the hairs up. Put it flat into her hairs and make some playable lines in it. Just take away a little bit of the weight because she has thick hair. Do this also on the other side. Go from behind the ear to the top of the skull. Wetting in between. Goes that on the other side. Take the hairs to the front. Watch at the natural lines. Go in flat with my knife. Give the playable effect on the upper hair. So it will be a summer hairstyle after all. Now to make it a little bit more playable, I take over the fall of the skull, the hairs, in a slight circle. Take them high up.
Ja.
Take them high up. Twist them. And just on the top, I make a playable effect into the hairs. I would never do this with a normal knife because I would damage the hair too much, but with a hot knife you can do this because it seals the ends. And it just gives a playable effect on the hairs. So now I have a slight soft line over the hair's laying, so it takes away the thickness of her hair. Coming to the front.
Oh, ja.
Part the hairs in the eyebrow line, starting on the first part in front of the ears. Take the hairs up in natural lines and gently go in. The nice thing for the customer is when you work with a hot razor or tool, you never feel pulling off the hairs.
I can confirm.
Yeah. He's not lying! He's speaking the truth and nothing but the truth! So help him God! I never lie, by the way. Don't like lying. Take the hairs to the front. Bend them in the face line. Gently go in. Take part of the back with it and connect the line. Then take the hairs to the front. Watch at the lines of her skull. And connect the lines to each other. Now already you see that the fall is much nicer, much more in line with the face. Take out the pin from the other side, wet hair on top, take a part of the other side over to this side. That way I can have a guideline to work on. Zo leuk als je alles uitlegt ook, hè?
Ja,
Kom je normaal nooit achter.
interessant.
Ja, er is best veel, als je dit doet, best veel aan de hand eigenlijk.
Ja.
First, she wants a fringe. So I go in the part, that's the baseline for my fringe. Don't want a short fringe, can play with it and also can play with the colors afterwards. Then I pull the hairs to the front again, watch at the skull. And gently go down. The nice thing of connecting both lines to each other is when she goes swimming, because it's now summertime, there's never a part from the other side that's hanging over her face in a strange way, because when you leave them in different lengths, there's always a part that hangs over to the other side. Wet the fringe a bit. Take the fringe over to the side. Again, watch at the natural lines. Creating a natural fall. Take some new hair on it. Work with the tip of my knife. Make a slight correction on the line. So have a nice overflow of the lines and the facial lines. And now go to the other side. Lay the hair back. Coming on her left side. First start on the fringe line. So take the hairs to the front, watch at the line, go in and go into the fall. Then take the first line, pull it to the front, watch over the lines of the skull and gently lay them into the lines of the natural fall. And see how gentle a knife like this is to the head. Take a new part on it, lay the rest aside. Can watch over the lines, go down, lay the hairs in natural fall. And work my way to the other lines. Coming to the last part. Watch at the thickness of the fringe and the hairs behind that. Thin it out a bit. And just play with the hairs. Just like you have a little bit of clay or something, play with that. Don't be afraid to find the natural lines. Take the hairs over, connect the lines. Now go to the other side. Take the hairs from the top to the front. Watch at the length. Watch where the part is a bit dry. Watch at the lines of the skull. It's a bit like a horseshoe.
Dan krijg ik wel echt een close-up.
Yeah. And so far the cut, so now I can make her collar. And the hair feels really lovely now. Nice soft, nice fresh, and lovely playable. Okay, made her a collar. Make a collar of Lacme and made it with 3% as 10 volume. I parted the line. So I have a nice asymmetrical line to the other side. I work with two colors, a real red color in the underlines and a copper tone on the top. So make a photo of the colors I use into the video. Start with the red color. And so I do all the hair till I get on the underline and then I'll come back to you. Lay the under part of the fringe to the other side. Now I made myself plastic foil. This I glue on the hairs. Parting both colors so they are not in the way. Now this I fold over the copper tone. Now I start on the copper tones. Free the hairs first centimeter. Till it's over the total length. I'm gonna work in the copper colors. Now at this moment in the video I will make a photo of these colors and I'll show you which colors I use. Knowing that it's all with 3% as 10 volume, so there's no hard lines in this, just the nursing effect of a color. So I set in all our hair. Now I have all the color on my hair. So now I can flip over the plastics. Close the plastic foil, wait for a half hour without heat, then rinse it out and then we're back to show you the end result and the styling. We're back from coloring. Now the hair is still in a wonderful condition of course because we only did it with 10 volume. So now I start blow drying, applying a straight product on my hair. I take a smooth product of Lanza. This I do also because she has dry hair. Her natural hair is dry. And when you take a smooth product then, it nurses the hair by getting some moisture into the hairs. Brush the hair with my tangler teaser. And start blow drying with a large brush of Ergo. My blow dryer is of Kione. So far blow drying. Okay, now I'm gonna work it out a bit with the iron. I use a nice iron of Rover hair. And what I use is iron which gives moist to the hair and back while I use the iron. So it creates more glow to the hair. and hold hair much better in condition. I show you the tool. There's the fluid into there and it damps into the blades.
Ik had het er met mijn vriend over dat het ook wel een mooie timing is, want vrijdag zijn we een jaar samen.
Oké.
Daar gaan we een hele mooie dag van maken. En
Ja, leuk.
vind ik ook een leuk kapsel, ik kan me extra goed voelen.
Te gek. Ook niks is voor niks, hè. Ik denk van, ik ga jou gewoon een keer weer vragen. Ik wist dat je al een keer gevraagd had.
Ja.
Dus ik denk, ik ga dus gewoon even kijken.
Dat is altijd wel goed voor me. Ik denk, ik voel me ook gewoon zelf beter als ik hier geweest ben. Geknipt en het geverfd en ik vind alles helemaal mooi.
Ja, leuk is dat, hè?
Het geeft gewoon zo'n goed gevoel en ook gewoon confidence boost.
Ja. Nou, fijn. Dat is zo werkt.
Ja. Allebei mijn ouders geen auto hebben. Dus alles is nieuw eigenlijk.
Ja, dat is ook. Dan is alles ook echt nieuw. Dan ben je niet eens gewend om mee te rijden.
Nee. Voor mij was, zeker als kind, was in de auto zitten echt een happening. Ja. Het is echt, wow, wat gebeurt er?
Ja, sturen. Dat geloof ik wel. Ja, mijn ouders hadden ook geen auto, zo.
Ja.
Dat was vroeger echt alleen maar weggelegd voor mensen die veel weggingen. Mijn ouders waren altijd thuis.
Ja.
So far, working with iron. Creating some volume on top. Now in the length I use a slight bit of polish. Kijk, lekker hè?
Ja, echt heel lekker.
And it really nurses the hairs. For so far a haircut, coloring and being my model. Thank her for being my model. We had a wonderful morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching. She will show her new hairstyle in color by turning around. Bye bye. Dankjewel.
Theo gaat me verlossen van mijn quarantaine kapsel. En ja, Theo die heeft een beetje zijn eigen idee. Een variatie op wat ik normaal krijg, dus ik ben benieuwd.
Okay. Eva is here to model for me. I have some new techniques I'm going to use on her. Normally she has long hair, so it stays long because she's a very tall woman. She will turn so you see how her hair is now, and this is from before Corona time. So make something beautiful of it. Mag je een rondje daar zetten? Nou, super mooi rondje.